on this computer. Great. Okay. So it's 3 o'clock and I'm going to kick off today's call. Thanks everyone for coming. There's some new faces here. It's great to meet you all. Get my participant list up. Yeah, some lots of new names. That's fantastic. I really love it when we get some new folks on the call and I can give you some feedback on how to get set up and answer some frequently asked questions for you. Just as a context for this call, I believe it's the first call that we've had. We just did a launch for Experienceify. We've got a whole bunch of new folks in here. We did a call last week, but we've had another 100 or so new peeps join us since then. So welcome to you guys. So happy to see you all. And I would love to. I guess what I usually do is just kick off with what's happened from our side in the last week. And it's one of those days where I say not much has happened in the sense of nothing that's visible to the outside world. It's a lot of coding and a lot of work being done by ultra smart people and way smarter than me. And we're racing toward getting version 2 out the door. And I was hoping to have had it done by now, but that alas was not to happen. So we're just looking at about 2 weeks to get the version 2 out. So for the new folks who are just joining us in the last week or two, you're seeing a version of Experienceify that is what we call a minimum viable product, or as some people call it, the minimum lovable product. And that's the first version that we went out the door with as like, let's try this out. Let's see if it provides value for people. And it did provide a lot of value, but we did get a lot of feedback about what needs to change. And a lot of the questions that you probably have that you've brought to this call and that you want to give me are probably things that we've already solved in version 2 that's going to be rolling out soon. But I'm happy to take these questions on a question by question basis and let you know what's going on. But just wanted to pre-frame that if you are looking at the platform and thinking this is a little confusing, you are right. It is a little confusing, and we're working on, we've solved that in version 2. What we have is beautiful and very straightforward. And we really appreciate your patience as we roll this new version out. So what you're seeing right now is the most confusing that will ever be. And within a week or two, it's going to be a whole new world inside of Experienceify, and lots more cool features rolling out pretty quickly. So with that said, I feel like I've said my piece. It's my little caveat at the beginning of today's call. Cool. So let me open up the floor. This is a call where I basically just have an open office hours. I'm here for an hour. I'm here to answer whatever questions you have. If you have any questions about your course, about the work you're doing inside of Experienceify, or about strategy, or just any general FAQs about the platform. If you want to know anything, I'm here to impart what I know and help you get to where you want to go with your course. So I see Sherelle already has a question. She's waving the finger. So why don't you go for it?
Yes. Well, it's about the new version, because I'm just at the beginning of setting up my materials. And I'll be on the Thursday Get It Done call. When version 2 comes up, you're saying in a couple of weeks, will our stuff just be able to easily be rolled over? You guys will just make it happen?
We will just make it happen, TM.
Okay, that was a good answer. Thank you. I have other questions, but I have to find them.
All right, cool.
That's good for right now. Thank you.
All right, so someone unmute and just go.
Hi, Murray. This is Shobha.
Hi, why don't you go first, and then I'll take Felicia after that.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry, Felicia. Yeah. I have a lot of questions, Murray, and I was just wondering if I could share screen. I don't know if that would be easier. So like where I can um, go to my membership sites and ask all the questions. Would that be okay? Okay. Let me share my screen. Give me a second. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So, so this is the Experiencify platform that I'm using. So first question. So like when I go to the hub, okay. Okay, so let me start with the students. So one thing I found is like the students, they get the email as soon as they register and they're getting their link, which is good. And they, of course, the site is opening automatically for them. What is happening when they close that and they want to re-log in? Almost all of the students had problem with the link. So just wondering, like if uh, like what needs to be done there, or are we doing something wrong that we are not aware?
I honestly, I'm not sure about. It would help if I had some context about the problem they were having, because I'm not hearing about any login problems. Also, on the welcome email that we give to people once they register, once they get the welcome email, there is a magic login link which should bypass any login screens.
Yeah.
That should take them right in.
So that's what is happening. So they're getting the magic link and they're able to open it. So later, when they are going back and they're going back to the link, so that is taking to the website link, but when they're entering their ID and password, for some reason it's not working. So what we have done is, again, to all of them separately, we have sent the magic login link. And from there they were able to open. So so I have one question regarding the magic login link. So that link is separate for each student?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to, so what I have been doing is I have been just going and copying this link and sending an email to them.
Correct.
Okay.
If there is anyone that has a problem with the actual login, going through the login page, can you send them to me, and then I will do some, I will, just send me their name and I will do a test on my end, and I can see if there is a problem.
Okay, so like here, like we had 26 students and all of them had the problem, but right now, like if new students register, I will send it to you. So that's one thing. And I wanted to show you here. If you can see here, there's one student here, like Connie Foster, and again here, Connie Foster. So what happened with her? She got the link, and again she tried with her ID password. It didn't work. I don't know what she did, but again her name appeared. I mean, she changed her email ID, and she created other, and this automatically appeared in the student dashboard. It's the same student, but they have created other one.
Yeah, it looks like they've signed up twice for your program.
Yeah, but what happened was she was having login troubles, and she tried, I mean, with the change password thing, she again tried to create a new one.
Okay.
So, okay, so this is what is happening. The other thing is, like we were trying to delete this one since it's the same student, and we did go and delete it, but it's not. So here, like when I'm, so delete student, so let's say I do that. But anyhow, later I still see the students. So just wondering, are we able to delete the students?
You should be able to. Leave that one with me. I'll make a note to ask
Okay.
to check that one on my end for a potential bug.
Okay. So the other thing is, yeah. So when under Hub, so let me show you this one. So. Okay, so this is how the student is seeing. So under, let me come under modules. So this is the module page, Murray. So here, like we wanted to show this as like module 1 and name of the training. So just wondering, like, I mean, I did go through, I mean, under, okay, let me go through the Hub page and the edit. So this is. So
you're just asking about how to customize the layout of that page, so you can play with how it says module, and you can you can customize some of that. Yeah. Yeah. So don't forget that what we have now is the minimum viable product. So we've done a version of this that we thought would be the most useful to everybody, and of course everyone's got their own kind of, could it do it this way, could it do it this way. So what we're doing with version 2 is building in more configuration control over how things are displayed. So now we're getting more feedback from people. We can build in the kinds of things that you're talking about. Right now there's just one way to do it, which is the way that it's laid out right now. But there's we're working on more controls for the page. In fact, the page builder that we have will enable you to replace the text with whatever you want, and use the variables that we have. So you can put in the training 1, but then call training whatever you want, or put module there instead, or have much more control over it.
Okay, so when it comes to, so can we have bonuses on the dashboard, or like that feature is not available yet? So
you mean just list the bonuses here on the homepage? No,
so like here we do see we do have bonuses here. So I was just wondering, just if so since our program is just starting and we're releasing the module, so but we had bonus trainings already in place, and if there was a way to show the bonus on the dashboard.
Here on the homepage, you mean?
Sorry, on the homepage.
Yeah. So no, not on this homepage, but again, for version 2, we're going to have the page builder, which allows you to drag in different widgets onto the homepage and to put whatever you want there. However, I don't recommend you do put bonuses on the homepage, and it's for the reason that bonuses are kind of like the additional extra things, the over and above, the optional things. And we find that crowding a homepage with all of the things they have available to them can sometimes result in, especially if you have a lot of things, can easily result in overwhelm, and people don't know what to do first. That's why we like to keep a simpler homepage, which is the video, the goals that are under the video, a few pre-actions, maybe 3 to 5 pre-actions, and then just the next 3 videos. That's it. Because you want to give people just what's the next step they need to take. What's the next step? The only, like, the 1 or 2 things I need to do now. If you give them 20 things they could be doing now, they're probably not going to do anything.
Yeah, so this was keeping in mind since we just started the program and before the modules were released. So we thought at least if we had the bonus training here, so while students are waiting for the official course start date, they can go ahead and watch the bonuses. So that was the idea. So we were just wondering if if we could keep that on the homepage so that as soon as students log in, they have their pre-trainings and the bonus, which they could have done while waiting for the course start date.
I got you. Right now you can't, but it will be possible in the new version.
Okay. And the other one is with the replays.
One thing you could do is make if you're waiting to put trainings in there, you could put one training in there which says we're gonna be kicking off on this date. In the meantime, while you wait, why don't you click on the bonuses link in the nav right above this video, and you can start working on that stuff in the meantime.
Okay, that's like a good idea. That's good. So in terms of replays, I was just wondering if we could arrange. Okay, so let me go to. Okay. Okay. So I was just trying to have this layout, just wondering if this is possible, because even I have live sessions on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So anyway, I could put like replay link for Monday, Wednesday, replay link for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that it would be easy for people to just go there and click it. Is there any way I could arrange Monday replay, Wednesday, and Friday, so that people can go into individual this thing?
And not with this version.
Okay. Yeah. So the other thing, while putting the modules, one thing what we are experiencing is, let me just show you. So let's say if I just went to this module and I'm uploading my
that does not sound good.
So here, like I'm uploading my video, but when I'm choosing my thumbnail, it is taking forever to, and the save training button is grayed out. And like here, it's taking more than 15 to 20 minutes, which doesn't sound right. Just wondering if I'm doing anything wrong or what is expected here. So for example, let me, I'm just choosing a thumbnail. And then this one, it's taking a lot of time, and I'm not able to put the thumbnails on the videos.
So it never saves? It never gives you the save training button?
No, it's taking a long time. So that's why what I have done, like I have stopped uploading the thumbnail. So when I just
scroll up for me. Scroll up.
Okay.
And then just put in a few characters into the description field, then delete the characters. Just type random characters, then delete. Yeah, okay. Now delete them. All right. Now let's see. Save training. Not sure what's going on there.
But when I remove the picture, so when I'm not selecting, then it's fine. Like it's not. For example, let's say even if I. Okay, so okay, I know, but okay, it's grayed out. But like when I'm not selecting the thumbnail, it's fine. So that's what I wanted to let you know. When I'm not selecting the video thumbnail, this one is not taking much time. It's saving my training.
All right, I've made a note of that one to ask to do a report for the development team. I'm not sure what would be happening with that. I know that the saving, the background code for saving, we're basically tossing out all of the code we've already done for Experientify for this new version. The whole thing is completely rebuilt from the ground up. So we've always had a little bit of trouble with these save buttons on these pages, and a little bit of trouble with, you know, just getting them to work reliably. And that's just because of the way it was implemented really quickly the first time around. So we're throwing all that out for this version. So that's why it's taking us a little extra time to get this new version online. So I apologize for the frustration. I can see that would upset me. But you know, again, I'm going to say I just pray for your patience while we get this new version out, and I'm happy to brainstorm workarounds with you on how we can get your course up in the way that you want.
Thank you so much. So there is other thing. What is happening is so this is a module training. So let's say let me close this. So this is, for example, this is module 1, module 2. So under modules, I have different trainings. So I have one training where I have, it's just called Common Nutritional Myths, but under that I have 10 videos, which are like 2 minutes each. So if I'm choosing to, imagine like this is one of my training, and this training is my nutritional myth, and under that I am adding training resources. So my question is, so let's say if I have one training where I have sub trainings in that, is it possible for me to put the trainings, like I know I'm able to put the PDFs and other things, but in terms of videos, I was not able to upload them and have this save buttons. So just wondering, so within trainings for now, are we not able to have sub trainings?
No, it's
Okay.
just course, modules, and trainings. That's the structure that we have.
Okay, so that clears it. So I have to just create just have it as a separate module then. Okay. The other issue that we are having is okay. One is okay. Can students change their password?
Good question. Let me check that real quick. I suspect that there's the change password button, but I don't think it does anything.
No, it's not doing anything. And the other thing is even people are not able to customize their goals, but I'm assuming that hasn't come yet.
No, that's you can do that. You'd need to make the goals editable on your end.
So like this is what I did. Let me.
No, from the student side, they can't. We can customize it.
No, so the question was, are students able to customize it?
Yes.
Yes, students are able to customize.
So
okay,
let's go back to, let me see, go to homepage, program homepage, click on edit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now goals.
Yes.
Open up target goal, for example. And then there's a little toggle there next to the word medication. You want to just click that toggle off. That will make it editable by the student.
Oh, okay. So same thing I can do with the stretch goals so that they can
Yes.
make it editable.
Yep.
Oh, that is wonderful. Okay, so that's what we had to do.
And then you leave the minimum goal to be not editable.
Okay.
Because that's the promise of the program. So you
Yes.
want to leave that one to be, that's the one you want them to hit, and then let them edit their own target and stretch goals.
Oh, that's wonderful. So my other question is here, is there a way where we can show like minimum, target, and stretch? Right now, like it's showing this way, but is there a way like where it can show?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
You could put the word, minimum, or
I did put the word, but then what is happening is minimum goal achieved 5%. It's all coming in one sentence. I wish there was a space between, I wish minimum goal and then it started in the next paragraph achieved. So that's why I took out that minimum, this thing.
I would customize the text just above it where it says the minimum goal for this program is to lose 5%. That whole sentence there, you could customize that to make it a lot clearer, because you've got check appropriate box after the mission is accomplished. That's not correct. You want to get them to check the box once that goal has been accomplished.
Yeah, so okay, after the mission, okay, I should be saying goal is accomplished instead of
you
mission.
Could also explain, like below you'll see the minimum, target, and stretch goals for this course.
Okay. Yeah, that's
check off each box after you have achieved the each goal, something like that.
Yes. Yeah, got you. Yes.
Okay.
So that okay. While we are here on this dashboard, the other trouble I had was like uploading our image for this one. So I just the thumbnail for this welcome video. So we had a lot of trouble. The same thing, it was not saving. I mean, it was easy to upload the video, but we had difficulty uploading the thumbnail. So that's other thing. Just
okay, I made a note of that one for you.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you about these three things I have.
Okay, so that's yeah. I have one question regarding the payment. So right now, let me take you to the payment. So in the order form, right now, I know we have this two options where people can choose
single payment or installment.
Single payment or installment. If we have to no.
Can we give multiple choices for installments?
Maybe I'm looking
at the top in price and
at
coupons.
Oh yes. Okay. So if I need to, is there a way if I want to create other, so like one payment and payment, is there a way I can create another one too?
Another payment plan?
Uh-huh.
So you want to be able to offer like a choice of three different options. One is the full pay, one is the 3 pay, one could be a 6 pay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's coming in the new version.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. And my other question is from the student end, once after they finish, so let's say they had 8 trainings and they finish the trainings. So will the finished training appear on their hub page on the left-hand side as we were able to do it in EPM and NLM?
Should do, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's okay. I'll stop sharing. So that is. I mean, sorry for taking that so long, but
you come prepared. I'll give you that.
Come prepared. Thanks.
I love it. I love it.
Like, thank you so much. I mean, like, so we were running all these little issues. I thought I know. It was very difficult for me to put them in words and send it to you, but I thought like it would be nice if I can just share the screen. So,
Totally.
Thank you for allowing me to do that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I hope some of that was helpful for other people as well. I see someone, Felicia said that we answered one of her questions, I think. Yeah,
that helps us to know the system as well. So
Definitely.
great
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, who's next?
I did have another question after that.
Yep,
Thank
why don't you?
Yep. With, I know it's in the marketing, it said it was for products, services, everything, right? So we are doing a subscription to a newsletter. So that was one of the first ones that I set up. But it has, am I able to not have it where the modules are viewed and the trainings and all of that? Because that's not necessarily related to the membership for the newsletter.
So walk me through this. This is a print newsletter?
It's a print newsletter. Yes, a print news. Digital, yeah. It's a digital newsletter.
And so people sign up, they pay for the subscription, and then you just send out the newsletter, and that's the end of it.
Yep, that's pretty much.
I'm not sure why you need Experienceify for something like that.
No, it's just one of the many products, that we are utilizing this for to help us keep up with the subscription, with the membership, with the subscribership.
Well, you could make it like a combination print and digital edition to increase the perceived value of the newsletter.
What we are going to do, and I had the idea last night, was to have a VIP subscribership plan and include some of the video content that's only for those that are in the classes, that we share. Yeah, because you have to be enrolled in the class to even be able to really understand some of the information that's in the newsletter. But yeah, so we're going to do a VIP. We're going to have a VIP level.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was thinking just for the newsletter though, that you could have the base subscription for the newsletter. They sign up, they pay for the subscription, they get an email saying, here is your login, great, thank you. We'll be shipping you your first newsletter starting with the next issue. Now, here is, and you could give them a login to the membership site and have your newsletter set up just to be like, you could have the modules be year and month, and then just have the modules be years, and then have the trainings inside be each edition of the newsletter. So it could be April 2020.
Murray. See, I told you, you're a genius.
Tell my wife.
Yes, thank you. Okay, yeah, sure will. Okay, thank you. That was my question.
All right, awesome. I got a question from Lucia in the Q&A window about her domain. My domain is with Bluehost. How can I transfer to Experienceify? So what I'm hearing is that you want to have your membership site on your own domain. Is that the question that you're asking here? Let me know if that's the question. If that is the question, then that's not. That is?
Hi, Murray. Hi.
Hi, that's the question?
Yeah. Almost, I like to use, when people go into my address that I have with Bluehost, that they actually go into Experienceify.
You can set this up at Bluehost. You can set up a redirect over there. You don't have to transfer it to us.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Sean, I thought I answered all your questions in the chat already.
I didn't ask. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually looking on the Facebook group because maybe you answered it there, but I wondered, could I share my screen and just show you? This is what I'm wanting to know. I don't know where this picture came from, so I don't know how to change it.
All right, it should be in the customization area. If you edit your course, then there's a customization area, which is, you want to go back to your Experienceify account, not this bit, but back to your admin area. Now click into the course that you want to edit, which is the one you want to, that's it. And then if you scroll down, you will see, scroll down, stop. This is the customization area. So this is our MVP customization widget. So basically people were asking, how can I customize every little thing on the site? And we didn't have the time at that point to make a whole page builder customization, click to edit thing. So we just did this. So this is basically a dump of, yep, so click there. This is a dump of all the strings and all of the images that are being used.
So I have a question about this first, actually, because this means, like, for example, if I want a different font, I would have to go through each one of these and highlight the fonts and change it?
No, you can't change the fonts.
Oh, okay. So how would I be customizing these things then? Just by writing these things, right?
This is just to customize the text.
Okay.
So you scroll down, you're going to see the image that you want to change eventually.
I was on the right track. I did look here. I just went far enough down. I decided it was all text.
Welcome section. So this should be the image. I'm not sure why it's showing the mountain, but if you change that, it should change the dashboard welcome section image. Should change that to a different image. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to have words with my developers.
Okay, well, this isn't the image that I want, but let's see if that'll work.
No, it's not going to work. That was the MP3 file, I think.
Well, it's there. It looks like it's...
All right, let's give it a shot.
Okay, so let's just go back and see if it...
Refresh. Looks like you broke it. Let's try a different image.
It's doing something. Okay. All right. So, all right. So again, I can go back and play with that now that I know.
So Marty, it did the same thing for me as well when I was trying to change the image. The same thing happened with me. So that's why I just left it as it is.
All right. Let me check on that, guys. If there's a bug, we'll get that fixed immediately.
Yeah, because this was actually, well, that was a screenshot of like a Canva post. So maybe if I just put in some other image that's just a regular photo, just put this picture. Oh no, that's like a small Facebook. That's not the right size either. Is there a way to sort of size it so that it fits in that window? Let's try that.
Well, it'll fit. We'll just crop it for you automatically. So.
Well, that other one of me, yeah, sort of cut my head off. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks okay. Let's just go back and see if it worked. Because that was just a photo, not anything like from Canva.
Refresh again.
I did, yeah. So while we're waiting, I missed the very beginning. And when you were talking about version 2 coming, it sounds like you said there are a lot of things that are getting added along the way before it comes. But do you have sort of a ballpark idea of when that is happening?
I'm hoping 2 weeks from today.
Okay. Well, then going back to my other question, which you may have answered on the Facebook group and I might not have gotten back to it, is when we are looking at, let's see, just the different, so if I take out, in an early one, I took this out and I put in my own photos, and then I kind of wanted to put this back. I don't know, and maybe you answered this, is there like a library of media that has all of these as well as any photos that I add?
No, I bought them from a stock image site that did some illustrations. So they're just the default images that we put in.
Once I've taken one out, can I put it back?
Yeah.
How would I do that?
You need to get the image.
Okay, there's no way just to kind of go backwards. I think this is where I actually did it. Where's the part that tells you what are your first 3 things that the people are going to do to get up and running?
This is why we're doing version 2. One of the reasons, like, it's just a bit, that is in the edit homepage. Everything is a little too, open that again. Yep, that's it. Click edit. There it is. Everything's a little too confusing and hidden in this version. So pre-actions.
Here was pre-actions, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Assess.
I thought I had, I don't know. Oh, I definitely put in photo. Where would the actual actions have been? This is about the XPs.
No, you want to go and to edit your trainings. So that's going to be.
This was before the trainings, though. It was in these student pre-actions. That's where I changed the picture. But I don't even see a picture here.
Click on one of them.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So you're saying, like, if I select that, would that take me back to the image you had before, or it's just gone?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's probably my image right there. Plus, yeah. So right now, though, it just takes me to my own, hard drive. I think it would be great if there was some kind of a library of media or something. If you're adding things, that may be.
If you open up another new training, then you can copy and paste it from there. That's what I did.
Good idea. Just create a new training, and you need to go back to trainings, because this is going to give you different images, I think.
This is one of the images I got rid of, though, and I kind of liked it. But how would I copy and paste? Oh, you mean get rid of that one, copy and paste my stuff into here?
You just drag it to your desktop. You click on it and drag it.
Okay, yeah.
Drag it to your desktop.
I'm not good with desktop things. So, all right. Okay, I can do that later. Just a quick question too. If I don't want to call these XPs, like my group, one of them call it like Aligned Action Adventure. If I want to call these AAs instead, like call those Aligned Actions, there is no way to change that, right?
Not in this version, no. It's
Okay.
it's just the minimum viable product that we wanted to get out to see if people liked it. So,
right. Got it.
I'm not sure if you saw. That's probably before you joined, but the Facebook group. I was asking folks if they wanted to be able to change the XPs. I think a couple of days ago, if they wanted to be able to change it to either different text or just to an emoji or some kind of graphic. So there was some interest in that. So we like the idea just to sum up, we like the idea of allowing you to customize the name of the currency.
Right. Okay. And the part right before, and I guess that's in training, and I don't need to keep going if there's other people that have questions, but the trainings were right above where we're setting up our points. There's something that it says, and I keep trying to wonder, can that be customized? Oh, I know. Let's see. It's okay.
Maybe you can find it and then we'll come back to you.
That's fine. Thank
you.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let me share. And then do. All right. Cool. So if you find it, let me know and we can come back and I can answer that question for you. All right. Let me see. Lauren has a question. That's the next question about APIs on Stripe. Doesn't matter which one I use. No, it doesn't. As long as the API, the account whose API that you're using is actually active and verified and is ready to go and take money, then it does not matter. and a question about affiliates. Can we use affiliates with this platform for sales? Not in this version. We're still figuring out how to do that. Tracking affiliates is a little more of an advanced feature. So we're still trying to figure out how to do that. We wanted to get the experientification features out the door first, because that one is the secret sauce. That is the reason we exist. That's our mission. And we want to deliver on that promise to all y'all. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to turn our attention after we've done that over to things like affiliates and to, you know, other features that might be a nice to have feature. But for us, the experientification is the essential to have stuff. So that is just to give you an idea of how we're prioritizing the work that we're doing right now. We're focusing on the stuff that will deliver on the promises we made to you when we emailed you about this platform, when we said, get 10 to 30 times more students to engage in the course and to take action and get results and come back to buy from you again and again. The only way to do that is with the experientification. And the affiliates, that's great. It will help you get more people in the door, but unless you have the experientification, then it's a leaky bucket and they're all going to drop out and refund and not come back to you, buy from you again. So we're all about the experientification. You know, that's where our focus is. That's where our eyes are right now. So that is, that's, I hope that explains it for you. We've got George who's asking about, will we have the ability to create landing pages in version 2? Two answers to that question. Yes is the answer. Version 2 will have that, but not initially. Version 2, we're rolling out things like, again, the experientification. We've got all of the experientification stuff we're rolling out in version 2. Finally, and once that's all rolled out, then we'll turn our attention to, all right, so what's the next thing we need to do? I'll probably put some polls on the Facebook group around what's the next big feature that we should do? Is it landing pages? Is it affiliate program? Is it this? Is it that? And I'll put it to all you guys and get you to tell me which one is the most important one to do first. Zapier. Sharon is saying, I think Zapier has an affiliate tracking integration. That's news to me. Maybe I should look at that one as well. If it does, that would be fantastic. I've got Dan who's asking, can you adjust the photos in the thumbnail so things like cut off? I would probably just size the images a little differently if things are getting cut off. We've got a help article which gives you the dimensions. Let me see if I can find that real quick. And for dimensions, I can't see it right now. I have to check that out after we're done with the call. But for those of you who haven't seen our help center, this is a great place to get help, to get answers to the questions right away. Self-service Q&A. So we've been working very hard on building out all the articles here, and we've got a lot of work to do to get this up to date for version 2. But the Help Center is a great resource if you wanted to check that out. The Facebook group, great question. Here's the link for the Facebook group is right there. If you are on this call and you haven't joined our Facebook group, it is a fantastic place to talk, to ask questions, to get help with your strategy, to see what other folks are doing with Experientify, so that you can get better results in your business using this platform. All right. Cindy is Cindy says, do we need to have a website before we set up a course in Experientify for sales page, for example? I don't think so. I reckon that depending on what you're selling, how you're selling it, if you're talking to people, if you're making sales one-to-one, which I recommend that folks who are just getting started, who are like have their first course and they're not sure what's in the course, or they're just building the whole thing right now. If you're you need to be talking to people one-to-one to figure out what people want to buy. You know, that makes sense. So if you're talking to people one-on-one, you're like, right, so how can I help you with this thing, with the thing that I do? They'll tell you, or this would be of value to me, that'll be of value to me. And if you talk to a few people, you'll start to see the commonalities in terms of like the kind of course that you want to create. So you put those commonalities together, and you create a structure around that. Here's the course that would be, I think, of most value to the most amount of people. Then you can recontact the people you talk to saying, hey, so thank you so much for your time the other day. I've put together something that might be of interest. Here is what I've got in mind. And you can explain to them what you've got in mind. And because you based it on what they told you, they'll probably be interested in working with you, especially if you've listened to them and you've given them something that they told you that they wanted. And at that point, you can say, hey, so if you would love to get support with this, here is my order form link. You can just go and make that payment, and you can, that's in Experienceify right now. So you can grab your order form link, give that to them. They go and register for the thing, and they're in. There was no sales page needed. You were the sales page. Okay, great. Cool. I've actually just written an article about that. I've started a blog on Experienceify, and it's not quite ready for prime time yet. But this is an article I wrote about how to create a course and start selling it in 30 days or less. And this is my first attempt at this framework, kind of what I just explained to you, Cindy. This is me typing this morning. So I had the same question from somebody: how can I get up and running in 30 days? I don't believe it, because I've got to go and create this course. I've got to go and do all this stuff, and there's no way to get it all done. And here's the thing: you don't have to create the course before you sell it. In fact, you shouldn't create the course before you sell it. You should deliver it live and make sure you're delivering what people actually want. So you can have an outline, but you deliver it live and take real questions from real people and then ask them at the end, so what would be most valuable for me to cover in the next training? Is it this, this, or this? And then they will tell you exactly what you should do in the next training. And then you can make sure you're delivering exactly what people want and are willing to pay for. And if you don't have that information, that intel, then you're not going to have a course that people want. Dan is asking about Stripe. We've got, let me take you back to the Help Center. We've got a great article exactly on what you need for Stripe. Let's see, for Stripe, taking payments through Stripe. There is the link, Dan, for, let me see, actually, this is a better article, how to get set up through Stripe. So that gives you all of the screenshots and all the stuff that you need. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see if any other questions. Dottie has a question for the community in the chat room. So take a look at that. Okay. Okay. Sean has a question about linking to Infusionsoft for payments. So what I think you're asking is that how do you take payments on Infusionsoft and get the student information into Experienceify? Let me know if that's correct.
Yes.
Yes, you would need Zapier for that. A Zapier that goes from Infusionsoft to Experienceify.
I think there was also a question that we had an issue in Podia where these are groups that I run. They're not just a digital course. If it's a digital course, then you can just have, a day after you sign up, they get this and that and that and that. But we were having trouble because we wanted everybody to kind of start together, but we couldn't control them all registering on the same day. Mm-hmm. I had to keep re-registering them for every module manually.
Okay.
Is this set up so that, for example, I have a group of people and they're signing on over the 3 weeks to a month before the group, but we want them to all start on the same day.
Are you putting content in real time as you have the content, you put it in? Is the content already recorded? Is it in the can?
Well, not all of it's video, but we would actually like to have the course built out before. We don't want to be doing it week by week. Is there a way to have it all sitting out there, but still not make, you know, we've had to end up sending out access to the module live through Infusionsoft broadcasts because the drip content thing didn't work since everybody wasn't signed up on the same day. Works really well for digital courses, but I don't see quite how it works when you
can do a drip by date. Would that help?
Date. Okay. Then, but wait, then there was an issue. I remember somebody said, then you would have to totally recreate the course next time around with new dates, or can you sort of clone it? And
if you want, you can clone it. Yeah.
You'd have to clone it. You couldn't just go back into the same course and change the dates the next time you offer it.
Yeah, you could do that as well. I have one client, Chris, who is had the same question. So what he decided to do is have two different versions of the course. One is evergreen, and one is the live. So he was going to put people through the live version, and then use this this date release for the live version, so he can get it to release exactly when he wants it to release. And then once the students have finished, he was going to just do like a batch move the students over to the evergreen, so they continue to have access to the material. And then once everyone's out of the live version, he puts new people into the live version, and he just has his VA go through and update the release date of each training. And
okay, right. That's exactly what I remember now the reason why you wouldn't want to just go back and reset the dates, because all the people who have access to it from the earlier. Okay. All right. That's a good idea. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, folks. Dr. Tan, I know that you wanted to ask me a question. Let me know if you're ready to ask me, or you want to.
I did put a question, but it was answered already when Dr. Ayun was on. So thank you for now.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I know it's really late where you are.
Yeah, one.
Super appreciate that.
We'll come on Thursday. Okay,
great. Okay, I have a question. How do you move students? Well, first of all, it's manual right now in the sense of you need to, you go into the students. It's not a automated thing. So you go into one student at a time, and then you can take the student out of one course and then put them into a different course. Coming in the new version is a batch select. So you can select a lot of students at the same time, filter them, choose them, and then do whatever you want. You can delete them, you can move them, you can send them an email, that kind of thing. So that's all coming in version 2. All right, we've got 1 New York minute until the top of the hour. Anyone have any last questions before my wife drags me out of the house and we go for our afternoon walk together, which is my favorite time of the day?
Thank you. Thanks for being so responsive.
You're welcome. I'm hiring right now for a customer user success or customer success manager who can help take some of the load off me, because I've been running all of the support and Facebook and help desk and all of this stuff ever since we started in January. And for those of you who've been around since then, you know that I've been kind of like the only one there handling all your questions. But it's starting to be, now we have over 400 users in Experienceify, it's starting to become a little bit too much for me. So I'm hiring for a customer service manager, and let me find you the job job description. If anyone has anyone they can think of that might be good for this, I'd be interested in talking to them. So I really need to get out of the day-to-day support. So that I can build the company. Let's be honest. I have to focus on different things right now, and I've had a blast supporting everybody. And I'm still going to be there in the Facebook group. I have to get out of this. I'm kind of in a little bit of a anxiety kind of death spiral right now. I'm kind of anxious all the time about everything that's coming in. So I've got to somehow change my state. And I think hiring the right person who I can trust, who is going to be in there and engaging and answering questions, is going to be the best thing for me to be able to be.
Although in these early stages, it's, you know, you've got to be so hands-on with it, and it's you have been, so.
Totally. So let me find this description. All of the description instructions for how to apply and who the person, information about the person is all in that document. I just pasted it into the chat. So if you know anyone who might be good, they need to be an excellent writer. They need to be a really, really good writer. They need to be good with people, care about people, and be willing to jump on a Tuesday Zoom with everybody, just like I'm doing now, and answer questions and be like personable and be sort of a bit extroverted. Not that I'm super extrovert, but on the contrary, but just be open to getting on here and to connecting with folks. So you can see in that who I'm looking for. If you know anyone, super appreciate it if you could refer them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time being here.
Am I right?
Hi, who's that?
Tanya, just before you go.
Hi.
I just wanted to back up Sean's comment of it'd be great to have a library for images.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay, you want to second the suggestion.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Got it. I've written it down. And if I can find that library of images that I've got hiding in the back end there, I will post it on the Facebook group so you all have a copy of all the images.
Excellent.
All images.
Enjoy your hike.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Great to see you all.
Murray.
Thank you. Love you all. Thanks for being so awesome. And I will see you on the Facebook group. And come on Thursday, we have our big get your membership site done workshop with me, half day. So it's 4 hours with me, and I'll go through the entire thing from top to bottom.
Are those for just the new people?
Everyone is invited. You should have got an email.
All right, I'll check my
email from me this morning. So if you didn't, let me know.
Great.
All right.
I haven't been on my email yet. So. All right, have a nice hike.
Thank you, guys. Great to see you. Bye.